Thank you, Janice. Stan Ely?
Qualifications. I've lived here now 6.5 years. Been on the golf committee for 3 of those years. Just 1 meeting out of that. From the golf committee, started along with Bob Kennedy a tournament schedule through the men's league. Started up the villages tournament. Was the director for that for 5 years. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of work in that job. This year I was able to relinquish it. We have a new committee going to take over. A member of the committee that's doing the member guest. I'll be in charge of, along with Lichtenberg, doing the shootout. Today I just finished marking all the golf balls for that particular day. I've always played in that particular tournament. As far as being a resident association member of Heritage Pines community, I expect the board of directors, individually and as a whole, to work in a professional and ethical manner. As a team, all representatives have certain talents that contribute to the success of communications, financial, and policy decisions. Personal agendas must not be a characteristic of any member. Mission statements with goals and objectives should be considered to give the team direction. Our board management must be transparent to all residents involving decisions big and small, as they concern their welfare. The Heritage Pines monthly newsletter is a great one. YouTube, video messages, thanks Bob. Mailbox tubes, emails, phone messages, and I think most important, reaching out in a person-to-person and person-to-group type atmosphere. I am sure that board meetings have items that have to be confidential, but we cannot think that all information is classified, and therefore, if told, the listeners must be destroyed. I have a son that's an Air Force commander, and he told me about that when I asked him about the red flag operation. Dad, if I tell you, I got a kid. The board management must recognize that how association members are treated, it will reflect on respect and trust from them. The association must know that decisions are fiduciary, reasonable, and done with diligence. I was excited to know that our golf program amenity through the user fee was not a liability to the assessment in the year 2010. Hopefully, all of our amenities can achieve that status. We are at present headed in a positive direction with our general...
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. Thank you. Stan Ely. Another long question. As a new board member, how much importance would you place on the input and suggestion of appointed committees in making board decisions, and to whom should they report, the board or the GM?
Now these are committees that report to the board. Have reported. Well, you'd have to consider them.
There we go.
Got it? Well, as I understand, there are about 20 of these different committees that do have information, have gathered information to process to the board. So I would think that all of them, if they're legitimate, good background, a lot of study, they come before the board as a whole has to consider those particular issues, take them into consideration and process with a vote. I was at the meeting where they had volunteers, and I was quite impressed a week ago when this board honored those volunteers. I did not realize it, but there are over 200 volunteers, very intelligent people, people that are concerned to make Heritage Pines as positive and as great as it now seems to be. It's in a positive direction. I like the direction it's going in. But anyone that has any kind of input definitely has to be considered.
Yes, sir. Stan Ely, the first question is for you. If elected to the board, what would you attempt to do in the next 2 years that was not accomplished in the past 2 years?
Well, what would I accomplish? Well, I think that...
Turn your mic on, Stan.
I feel that we're in a good direction. As I look at it, overall, I have a little picture here that was given to me, a promo for Heritage Pines, and I tried to look into that picture and see what Heritage Pines is about. And they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. I have a few words for it. I see a community of 30 villages, about 1,400 units, 2,700 residents, 2 nice parks, beautiful clubhouse, and quality. GM, outstanding, club professional, sensational, maintenance supervisor, awesome, food and beverage, the best, amenities, facilities are many with upgrades to all, security, gated patrol, volunteers over 200, financials, very, very healthy. In fact, that McGladdery report, I was on one of the committees, and I was very surprised he came out with a statement that this particular community is the healthiest financially of any of those that they serve. Clubhouse, very friendly, that's what I hope to promote. And a board of directors that is transparent, reasonable, and diligent.
Thank you. Stan Ely, we're going to start discussing amenities and general issues. And your question is, do you believe we have adequate facilities to handle all of our residents? And if not, what facility needs to be addressed?
Amenities, facilities. Well, we have plenty for everyone to do. One of the amenities that I really is one that's used by my mother. Magnolia Room. She's a bridge player. 97 years old. Reaching out to the younger, the older. It's a great, great situation. Can you hear me? I keep on talking. The other amenities, the bocce courts. Well, I wish I could learn how to play that. It's exciting when you walk and you go by and there's a group of people playing there, someone playing horseshoes, and the tennis courts. I mean, they're utilized, men and women, driving range. The only thing I would like to have is when my grandkids come. I got 3 boys. They're into sports and that. Of course, I was a basketball coach at one time. I would like to see some place where we could put a basketball court. I think I could still play the game a little bit. I'd like to challenge anyone in. But beautiful golf course. We've got some projects on it coming up in the future. I know this, if I do pick for the board, I'd like to be the liaison with the golf committee. They have a lot of ideas. I've heard some rumors of what's possible out there. Well, I'd like to throw some of my feelings out there along with some of my friends and play golf with. But amenities-wise, what we have here, 1,400 homes. I think we're right at the peak. We're doing a pretty good job with it. Your fitness facility here is just magnificent. Thank you.
Thank you, Stan. Thank you, Jason. Stan Ely?
Yes. Number 1, without a question, communication. That's my biggest strength. 41 years in the educational business as a teacher and a coach. The communications I had with people, it just went on and on. Boosters clubs, working with parents, working with kids. And the thing that I enjoyed most during that time, I even enjoy it today, is trying to help people out in anything they have. My budgets that I worked with, $8,000. Now I'm looking at, when I get on the board, we're looking at $4 million, right? As I look at the financials. The weakest, giving advice. My wife said, let me give you some advice. I'm not listening to it. And then my boys, they used to listen to the advice, but today they get together and they'll say, what the hell is he talking about?